Hello, in this video we are going to take a look at setting up Xampp on your Windows machine so you can code for PHP. You could use something else like Xampp or some other server. I'm choosing Xampp because it's cross-platform, therefore if you switch between operating systems, and it's also free, but if you switch between operating systems you are familiar with its interface, any plugins, etc. Okay, so there's two things that you will need, and I'll provide a link to both of these. I'll update this afterwards. And what you will need is Xampp, obviously. So go to the homepage, go to the latest Windows version. You'll start downloading. I'm gonna cancel it because I've already got it downloaded. Next, we need brackets. This is more optional. This is an IDE, and basically a text editor. If you have your own text editor in mind, I don't know, it could be PHP Storm, it could be Sublime Text, it could be Atom, Visual Studio Code. That doesn't matter. If you've got something else that you want to use, feel free to use that. I love brackets, especially for web development on a local machine, because one, it's supported by Adobe, big company, it's open source, there's a lot of plugins for it, and it's pretty lean as well in terms of the amount of features it offers. It doesn't really slow down your system. So just go into it, click download, you'll start downloading. Again, I'm going to cancel it because I've already got it downloaded. And we'll need Chrome open shortly. But before that, let's install what we just downloaded. So first of all, let's install Xampp. So let's open it up. And it's a pretty straightforward installation process, but I'll show you just to make sure. Yeah, fine, shouldn't be a problem. Click next, and I'll say, just for argument's sake, just leave everything as default. I know I'm not gonna need the Mail server or Tomcat or even Perl. Like PHP is required. Like Perl is the extra P in Xampp, so it's PHP and Perl. And click next. Select a folder. So this will by default install it over here, like right about there. And I thought I already had installed it. Possible that I've got it. I put it in this directory, so I'm gonna keep the directory the same, just put it over there. So I'm gonna go to D drive development, and actually 1 second, yeah, I need to actually put that directory. So go there, click next. Please select a different folder. It's not empty. I'm just literally going to delete the contents of that folder. Again, you won't have any problems like this. And I've literally just deleted the entire folder. Didn't want to do that. I wanted to make sure there wasn't anything in there that I needed. Xampp. I'm going to quickly restore it just to make sure that I'm not deleting any, important files. WebVR, no. No, it's basically plain. I can get rid of it. So I'll get rid of that, as I did before. And now if I recycle this bad boy. Okay, so click next to install it. I don't want it there, so we can get rid of that. Uncheck that. We don't want to learn more about it. Click next, and it will start installing it. And I'll need to just open up the downloads folder again, because we'll need to install brackets after we've installed this. This shouldn't take long at all. I'm just gonna have a little water break. Ooh, the water almost squirted out. You'll fill to the brim. So yeah, let's just wait patiently for this to install. So Xampp stands for cross-platform Apache, MySQL, PHP, and Perl. Apache is a server. MySQL is for database stuff. I'll be covering that later on in this series. And PHP is obviously the language. Perl is a alternative backend language that you can check out. I don't actually have a tutorial series on Perl, I might create one on Perl as well. Yeah, I wouldn't mind doing one on Perl. Don't use it as often, but do quite like it. Yeah, I might do one on Perl. I'll add it to my list, and obviously I'll assess it towards the end of this series because that's basically my procedure. Once I'm nearing a series, the end of recording a series, and just overall wrapping up with promotion and everything, I'll start, thinking about what's next, and I've got a whole list of courses that I want to do. But depending on, what, how long this current course takes, the demand for those topics may go up or down, and demand for other topics may go up and down as well. So I might slightly shift the order of the courses. And I just want to take this time to mention, if you have any questions, feel free to pop me a message, however you want at support@sonarsystem.co.uk. You can post on my educational website, sonarlearning.co.uk. Hit me up on Twitter, Facebook, on however you can. Feel free to reach out. You got a question, you just want to say thanks, or you want to say that my video sucks. Feel free. Any one of those. I welcome all and every sort of comment. I would prefer the nice ones, don't get me wrong, but the not so nice ones can be funny from time to time as well. So this is almost done. Hopefully brackets doesn't take as long. Okay. Probably would have been quicker if I just installed it on the C drive because it is an SSD, but what are you gonna do? God, you probably saw I got hardly any space left on my SSD. I've had that SSD since 2011. I have, reinstalled Windows since then, I'd say about 2 or 3 times. 3 times, I'd say 3 times. And that's helped. But, 100, I think, 160 gig SSD. Back then, that was a lot. Now, if I was to install the OS again, I would literally just whack in a 1 terabyte, like a Samsung 860 Evo or something, and that would last for ages. And because most of my stuff is on, other drives anyway, so the main drive mainly would just be used for necessary files for Windows or applications that absolutely have to install stuff on the C drive sometimes. Even if you choose another drive, it will still force you to install some crucial files on C drive. And also, any updates for Windows, etc., will be installed on there. But 1 terabyte will last ages if that's all you are doing with it. Something else. Ooh. Okay. Ooh, creating on installer. It's almost there. Almost there. We're at 75% of the creating the uninstaller. And we're done. Do you want to start the control panel now? Nope, we'll do that in a second. So first of all, let's install brackets. So we are installing brackets. And I don't want to install there at all. I want to install it. Do I already have it? Because this is a newer version, so I will install it. But I just want to see, where I've already got it. If I do have it, nope, I don't have it there. Don't have it there. And the only other place I would have it would be in here. Nope, but that is where I am going to put it. So I'm gonna say local SD software and click OK. And I want to type in brackets, otherwise you'll just install to that folder. And yep, just have that one selected. Probably won't need in this series, but it's good to have it. Add open with brackets. I'm not a big fan of having that. I like to keep my sort of Explorer context menus as clean as possible. And click next. Click install. The UAC will pop up. Click yes for that. And hopefully this isn't going to take as long as Xampp. Don't want to jinx it, but I was literally just recording the Mac version of this video. Actually, that's nothing. If you want to, install it on Mac, feel free to check out that video, and I'm gonna have a video on Linux as well. So yeah, I was just installing it on. I was doing the video setup video for Mac, and installing Xampp was quick, and installing brackets took quite a bit longer. Relative to the amount of time it took to install Xampp. Whereas with this one, it's sort of just it's moving. I think it is going to be quicker for brackets, and Xampp is going to be significantly slower. So it has been reversed. I wonder what Linux will be like. Maybe it'll just be instant like that, or they'll just both be slow. Hopefully it's the first one, but we'll see when I record that video. And obviously by the time I release this series, that video will be available as well, so you won't be waiting if you are installing it on Linux and you come across this video. Okay, what I always like to do, I'm sure loads of other people do as well, put my mouse like there, just a little bit further ahead, just to make sure it's the bar's still moving, and when it crosses it feels so good. So literally just pause on the vertical point. Oh, there we go, and we're done. Click finish. So now what we can do is launch up Xampp. There we go. Launch up the Xampp control panel. Yeah, language American, which will be English. Click save, and here we go. Okay, so what we want to do is start Apache. I'm going to start MySQL. The other free stuff, click allow access if that pops up. The other free stuff we're not interested in at all. If you, outside of the series want to use them, feel free to use them. And you can go to Explorer, which will take you to the actual directory where all of your files are, which is in development Xampp. I will actually need that, so I will minimize that for now. And you can do quite a few things in config as well. And now what we want to do is nope, sorry, did not want to open that. Now we can actually just go to our web browser. We should just be able to type in local host, and it launches up our server. So let me show you something. If I turn the server off, so stop it, and now I'll try and run this, it will not work because this server is no longer running. So if I launch the server back up, go into it, it launches correctly. So where are these files? So if you go to Explorer, which is where we chose to install it, go to htdocs. This is where everything is. So we've got this index.php file, and let me double click this, and it will open it up in brackets. So we can launch a bracket. You will see that we have this little file, this default file. Allow access. This is the first time I'm doing it, so you can change the preferences, but we have this file, and this is just redirecting to the dashboard, and we have the index.html file, which is what we are seeing. So what we want to do is create a new folder. Ooh, do not want to create them. And that ooh sounds a bit funny. And tutorial, and now if we type in tutorial, there you go, we got nothing in there, so let's create a file. So what we want to do in brackets, I want to basically add this folder. So we can either drag and drop it, or we can go to file, open folder. Drag and dropping is gonna be easier, so I'm just gonna do that. And now let's open up all our folder, got the index file, but we go to tutorial, nothing in there, so right click, new file, index.php in here, and I'm just gonna put, I will explain all this in a separate video, so I just want to make sure that this is working for you guys, and I'm gonna put hello world, semicolon, save, and now if I reload it, because there is an index file in there, it opens that up and it shows hello world. And like I said, I will explain this in more depth at in later videos, but that is it. You've got Xampp set up on your Windows machine, all ready for development. If you have any questions, you know where I am. Feel free to pop me a message, and as usual, I look forward to seeing you in the next video.